Morning, people. Today is a Thursday. I think it's been about two or 3 weeks since the last video I posted. At least it feels like 2 or 3 weeks. If you're wondering, yes, I'm driving. I can multitask. Not really looking at the camera. I don't know. Is this safe? Probably not safe. Anyway, I'm currently on my way to work. I'm, doing the thing. Me and Brittany are getting over some surgery, and I haven't been running over the last few days just because I've been helping her recover, and then obviously I wound up, not running whenever I probably should have been running, and then recently I've started back again, so I think last night rained though, so I wasn't really able to, but I've been running, I've been working out, been taking my dogs for their walks, so easy enough. But nevertheless, it's been a wild ride. It's been a really wild ride the last few days. My wife has been kicking butt in the business and getting it back up and running, so I've been helping a little bit with that. I'm going to go ahead and fill in some gaps here. Once again, faulty microphone stuff. On 11/4, which you just watched a video from me in the car on 11/4, there is about 45 minutes worth of footage. Thank you, Milo. That is us about to go to Houston, and every single bit of it is silent. So that sucks. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe, well, I'll let Brittany tell it whenever she gets there, and I'll fill in some gaps whenever she mentions it, because I think it's coming. I think the thing that I need to talk about is coming up, so we'll talk about that in a little bit, or she'll talk about that, and then I'll fill in some of the gaps, and that'll be a much longer video. So yo. So we are going to go out to eat. We're here in Houston again. Yep, pizza.
Well, not pizza. Darren's ordering a salad. And I'm ordering lasagna because I have to have all the carbs. Man, I look really, really white.
Yep. But I'm gonna suffer. I'm going to push myself to not eat pizza, and instead get some hard cows. I'm going to stay away from carbs, except for the beer. Okay. I know, like, beer is like terrible in carbs, but whatever. Gotta have my vice somewhere.
I drive you to drinking.
You do not drive me to drinking.
Sometimes I do.
So the question is, why aren't you on the road? Why are you just sitting here?
It's because of me.
Brittany, you want to explain?
I don't know how to explain. It just happens. It's just annoying.
So she's like, I was telling her at 3 o'clock, hey, we probably need to eat, get something in your system. Even if you don't feel like it, just get something in your system, and then we'll eat, in a few more hours. We'll go, we're gonna go out to eat. So she was like, well, we had a nice long discussion. Actually, cried a little bit, prayed a little bit, prayed a lot of bit, but she was like, let's just do early dinner. So okay, so
it was like at 4:15 or so.
Yeah, it's like 5 now. But look at her hair. Her hair is fantastic. I love it.
I did one of those TikTok things where like you wrap your hair around the headband. It turned out way curly. I don't like it. There's no way for me to fix it because it's already that way.
Yeah. But anyway, we while she was in the middle of getting ready, she's goes immediately from "I'm not hungry" to "You're hungry, eat now" to "Too late, you're nauseated." So she lays down.
Sick and weak and
yeah. So she was shaky, and so she got herself a couple bites of cheese and some fruit, and we're just gonna lay here for a bit until she's able to get up and go.
can walk again.
Yeah,
it's
there's that.
annoying because I can't. It's not that I'm ignoring my hunger. It's that my body is literally, don't you dare put food inside of me. To put food inside of me right now. Oh, too late. Like, it happens
Very fast.
so quickly that I don't even have time. Between the time that I notice, oh crap, I'm like hungry, by the time I notice that to the time I start feeling actually sick and faint is literally less than 2 minutes. And so it's not even enough time for me to be able to get around and like go get something to eat before my body just like gives out on me. And so, yeah, it sucks.
It does, but you know what doesn't suck?
Russo?
Mm-hmm. Russo's. There's that smile I love.
It is really good to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna keep myself from eating just a salad. Or keep myself from eating
You can have
something
some
with carbs.
bites of my lasagna. How about that?
Ooh, I get some of the leftovers on your plate. I love it. Do I get to be fed from the floor like begging?
That is not what I meant.
I get the scraps. I get your pizza bones.
Yeah.
I like your pizza bones.
He's talking about the ends on the crust.
She doesn't eat the pizza bones, so I eat them. That's good pizza. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this video off so we can.
So they stop being annoyed by you.
Oh, hush. Everyone loves me and you know it.
So I'm down here at night in the lobby of our hotel doing my devotional. And Darren and I just had this really big conversation in the car when we got back about how I've told you on a recent video, working through a lot of my PTSD stuff and starting to see a therapist for stuff like that. And like realizing that a lot of my control, like OCD tendencies, and a lot of my habits that I have formed are all PTSD related. And so the more we dig into that, like the more I just see like things that I thought were so normal in my life, that were just, you didn't even think about, turn into things that are really big and PTSD related and things that I need to work on or change. And I have been out of my devotional for like the last week. Just, I can make a lot of excuses for I didn't feel good or stuff like that, but honestly I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I didn't feel like I was good enough to be diving into the devotional, which is totally opposite than what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be where that's the reason that you dive in, that's the reason that you turn and give everything over to him. But I struggle with that, like I know a lot of y'all probably do, and so I'm just trying to keep it real. But as I'm doing this devotional, I'm praying to God, and one of the things that I end up praying about is letting go of control and letting go of the things that I think are good things, because God has even better things in store for me. For example, Darren and I were laughing because the seniors and the couples that I used to work with, it took me so long to completely and totally give them up and say, okay, I'm not doing those anymore. Literally took me getting cancer for me to finally say, okay, I'm letting go. Even though there were tons of signs before that said, hey, maybe you should just do boudoir, like, God has called you to do. But I wanted to hold on to it so tightly because I felt like that was the only way that I could get my foot in the door and make the business go further. When in reality, God had better things in store for me that I just wasn't able to see. Because now that I've let go of those things, and now that I'm not doing seniors and I'm not doing couples and it's official, now I have a wait list that has double the amount of members on the wait list than I have sessions available. Like, literally, I have double the amount of clients than I can actually fit on the calendar at this time. All because I finally let go. And it just makes me wonder, like, what good things are we missing out on just because we refuse to trust and just let go? And so I'm saying this as like a challenge to myself to remember this feeling, to remember, coming from the transition of feeling so scared of letting go and feeling so scared that you had to do something because you have to do it. That's what it means. That's how you're going to take care of it. To letting go and letting God. And it's a lot easier said than done, especially when you have the tendencies like I do to try to control everything and take care of things yourself, because that's how I've always had to do it. It's where my PTSD and my OCD stems from, is I was having to take care of my environment in order to be abused less. If the environment was taken care of, then I would be more okay. And it's translated into every other part of my life. And I'm learning how to let go of those things, and it is a struggle. But just in this moment, sitting here praying, I hope that I remember, and I'm saying this to y'all to make myself remember, that God has something better in store for us than we could ever imagine possible. Our best case scenario, our biggest and wildest dream, pales in comparison to the plans that He has for us and the things that He can provide for us. And all He's asking us to do is let go and let Him do it for us. And it will be better. It's guaranteed to be better because He is better.